Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel 99 Problems But English Ain't One. Today we're going to discuss the difference between a simple past and a past perfect, and the difference between a simple past and a present perfect. For the formation of these tenses, I will refer you to our other videos on our YouTube channel. When do we use a simple past? A simple past is used when action happens after another action. For example, he went to the flower shop, bought some roses and gave it to his mom. The second reason to use a simple past is when we talk about a new action in the past. For example, when my brother was playing football, he twisted his ankle. In this situation, we can distinguish two actions. The first one, when my brother was playing football, and the second one, which indicates the use of a simple past, is in this situation, he twisted his ankle. Last but not least, the third reason to use a simple past is when something is just mentioned. For example, he paid 5 minutes ago. In this case, time determination has an important role. In this sentence, we note time determination at the end of the sentence, 5 minutes ago. Typical singular words for a simple past are yesterday, for example, 5 minutes ago, in 1990, the other day, and, for instance, last week.
We use the present perfect to express an action that began in the past and is still going on or has just finished. For example, my mom has lived in London since 1940. The action is still going on, she's still living in London, so it's a present perfect. I've just finished my test for math. This a present perfect as well, because the action is just finished. The signal words for the present perfect are just, already, up to now, until or till now, ever, not yet or yet, so far and lately or recently.
When do we use a past perfect? A past perfect is used to tell what happened a certain time in the past. For instance, when my brother woke up at 8 AM, my mother had already left the house to go to work. The certain time expression where I was talking about is in this situation when my brother woke up at 8 AM. The sequel will be formed with a past perfect. Remark also the word already, which is one of the typical words of a past perfect. The other ones are already, which I just mentioned, up to then and before that day.
The signal word before. The signal word before is an exception. You can use the signal word before in both tenses. For example, Mark had finished his breakfast before he went to school. We use a simple past because he went to school is a new action. Mark went to school before he had finished his breakfast. We use a past perfect because his breakfast was not completed and started before a certain time in the past. Now it's time for some exercises. To begin with the first one, I can't believe I got that apartment. This is an action that happened in the past. The apartment is already bought, so it's a simple past. The second exercise is I submitted my application last week. This is also an action in the past, and you can see at the signal word last week that it's a simple past.
The third one, most of them had already filled out their applications because of the singular word already, which is one of the typical singular words of a past perfect. I tried to fill out the form, a simple past, because the action is done in the past. The last one, they wanted me to include references. The same reason as the previous one, the action is done in the past, so we use a past simple. If you want some more exercises, I can recommend you one of these sites, because the only way to control these tenses is to keep practicing them. Thank you for listening.